Hello traders, this is day number 47 of small cap market open day trading. We've collected 58 trades. We've taken 58 trades so far and collected the data of those trades. But since I've been back to trading on January 17th till now, there have been absolutely no trades to take. So after being able to take 58 trades from about mid-September to early December, there have been none to take since January 17th. Now, granted, I haven't been able to trade every single day, but I've been trading or looking for trades 2 or 3 days of every week since January 17th. And so far, there hasn't been one single trade to take. So right now we're looking at the small cap screener, and I can show you why, again, today there was nothing to trade. So we see ZEV, it's meeting the screener criteria. It has over 500,000 shares or more being traded. Of course, it's much later in the market, so that's not that surprising. This is still very low volume for being the number one volume traded stock on my small cap screener at this time of the day. Normally it'd be 4 or 5 times that amount. And the percent change is over the 5% threshold, but there's a problem with this stock on the chart, and the same thing with RDW. I'll show you those. CFVI was not on the screener until a few minutes ago, so I'm not sure what the deal is with that, but we'll take a look at it. So we got ZEV, RDW, and CFVI. So let's take a look at the charts. So ZEV, RDW, and I think it was CFVI, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Okay, so here is what I saw this morning when I opened these up on my charts page, is that ZEV and RDW are both trading below the 200 daily moving average. So that signifies a long-term downtrend, and I will not take any trades on any stock that is in a long-term downtrend. You could argue, well, there's reversal opportunities, things like that. Well, my plan is not written to take reversals. It's written to trade with the trend. The plan that I'm talking about is right here. This is just a tiny piece of it. You can see how large this trading plan is. So it's very specific, and the criteria both of the screener and the chart and the setup, I mean, everything is written in strict detail, and if things do not meet every single one of those criteria in the plan, then I simply don't take a trade. There's no subjectivity whatsoever, and I think that's the best way to trade, because I did in the beginning try to use some subjectivity, try to get a feel for the market. It just never works, because when you're wrong, it makes you emotional, and then you make poor choices. So I just have a plan that I follow, and if things meet that plan, I take it. If the trade works, great. If it doesn't fail, it doesn't really bother me, because I know I did everything according to plan, and I just track it, and I track the statistics, and as long as in a group of 100 trades I am still profitable, then the plan remains unchanged. So here is an example of a long-term uptrend. So the opposite of ZEV and RDW is, here's the SPY. This is the S&P 500 ETF, and you can see that this on the daily chart. You can see this, the curvy red line here. That is the 200 moving average, and you can see that it is in a long-term uptrend. So that's just to give you an example. This is not a small cap stock, obviously. But here is another thing interesting to note for today, and I'm sure it's been this way for a while. I just haven't been checking the other sectors. But if we go to my other screeners, this morning around 10 o'clock, I decided, let me just look. I wasn't looking to take trades on these other sectors. I just wanted to see, is the rest of the market kind of doing the same thing as the small cap market? My plan is written specifically for small cap, so I'm not looking to take trades in any other sector or stock type. So here's the mid cap screener. You can see not much going on there either. And let's look at the large caps, even less, at least when I checked earlier. Yeah, look, nothing is even, well, here's something just slightly over 1%, another one, EXC. So, and even, so these large volume stocks, they're going down, right? So the market is kind of selling off, or at least the individual stocks are. Let's see, what else can we look at? The micro caps, I think it was kind of more the same. So TLMD, that's interesting. It looks really exciting on the screener, 328%, but let me show you why this is a terrible stock to be trading. Again, it wouldn't be something I would consider anyway, because it's not on my small cap stock, but let's just pretend for a moment that it is, and obviously meets the screener criteria. But what would keep me trading it anyway? Let's pull it up. Let's just make one big chart here, and we'll pull it up on this single chart, TLMD. All right, so here's TLMD. This is on the daily chart. So obviously you can see it goes against my chart criteria because it's in a long-term downtrend. So that's the first mark against it, and I would already discount it at that point. I wouldn't even look for trades. But now I'm going down to the 1 minute chart, and let's see, what is going on with this thing. So at 7 a.m., probably one person bought 36,000 shares of this thing and pumped it up from where was it previously? About 68 cents all the way up to 260, so almost $2, and well over 200% just in that one candle. And then what happened is this thing just went sideways. So if I had to guess, I would say this is an attempt to create kind of a pump and dump scenario where someone is probably holding a bunch of shares of this thing. They wanted to get other investors excited about it. So they created a big move like this, trying to get other people to buy in and then sell all of their shares to those people. But it doesn't look like it worked out because the dump never really happened. It just went sideways after that. But that makes it completely untradeable for everyone else as well. So just because you see something up 300% doesn't mean that it makes for good trading. And you can see even at the market open, it just went sideways. I'm trying to get the scale to a place where you could actually see some trends, but there isn't really much of a trend anyway. Like, let's see the range of these moves. So it opened up with a high of 280. It came down to 276. So that's a 4-cent range. Even from this kind of max high of 283 down to 275, that's an 8-cent range. So just not moving at all. So this is complete garbage to trade. So just because it shows up on the screener as over 300%, or if you go to the built-in screener on Webull and you see it up here at the top and with a decent volume, it's not a good thing to be trading. So just don't be tricked by the screeners. So anyway, I think that's probably all I could show you today. There just have been no trades to take with these small caps, but again, I have a plan that's written specifically for small caps, and that's what my focus is. I'm collecting data on those. I'm not going to change just because the market is in this kind of transitional phase. I'm going to wait till the market comes to me. That way I know exactly what I'm getting into. So anyway, if you have any questions about this or the plan or anything else, all of that stuff is available on Patreon. If you're interested, it's patreon.com/tradingarmor. But yeah, if you have any questions, just leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you. As always, go into every single trade with a plan. Stick to that plan no matter what. Always take your stop losses, honor your profit targets, and in the long run, you should be green. Take care.